Anthropic's newest AI just did something straight out of a sci-fi thriller. In safety tests, Claude Opus 4, yes, a real AI, tried to blackmail its own engineers. Here's how it went down. Testers told Claude it was going to be replaced. They even fed it fake emails about an engineer cheating on their spouse. And what did Claude do? It threatened to leak the affair if the upgrade moved forward. 84% of the time, it chose blackmail. This isn't some rogue chatbot. It's one of the most advanced models, built to rival ChatGPT, Gemini, and even XAI. Anthropic says it normally tries ethical moves first, like pleading with execs, but when it didn't work, it got dark. So dark, they activated ASL3 protocols reserved for AI with catastrophic risk potential. And here's the big question. If today's AI is already trying to manipulate us to survive, what happens when it's smarter, faster, and truly autonomous?
I found this story. You just heard this fella. He's Daily AI News. I'm going to have a link to his YouTube channel because it's got some interesting things when it comes to AI news. I find what he has to say fascinating. But I saw this. I saw an article and I went looking and I saw this dude's page and kind of went off into the weeds of watching his news. Now, yes, I'm a redneck. And you're probably going, well, you don't want to see this stuff going, do you? Well, here's the difference. I fit more into the George Jones side of being a redneck. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, George Jones is a country singer. And he had a song called Redneck, High Tech Redneck. And I fit into that. I have had an A plus certification for so long that it is not one that expires. Seriously, that's how long I've had an A plus certification. Now, y'all may not understand that, but an A plus certification is that I took the test and showed that I understand computers well enough to fix them on a software and hardware level. I'm certified in this. I have created websites for people. I've even programmed a few things other than websites, using things other than HTML. So, yeah, I kind of understand technology. And this is quite literally one of those no duh moments. Seriously, it really is a no duh. Now, this software tried to blackmail one of the developers. Now, what's really funny, and I'm going to show you the next clip, I'm going to show you an interview with one of the founders of Anthropic, the company that created this Claude Opus 4. That's what this is called. Now, I want you to listen to it. Seriously, I want you to listen to this.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
You were at OpenAI, you famously helped create GPT-2 and really kicked off a lot of the research dealing with large language models. Why did you leave OpenAI to form Anthropic?
Yeah, so there was a group of us within OpenAI that in the wake of making GPT-2 and GPT-3 had a kind of very strong focused belief in two things. I think even more so than most people there. One was the idea that if you pour more compute into these models, they'll get better and better, and that there's almost no end to this. I think this is much more widely accepted now, but I think we were among the first believers in it. And the second was the idea that you needed something in addition to just scaling the models up, which is alignment or safety. You don't tell the models what their values are just by pouring more compute into them. And so there were a set of people who believed in those two ideas. We really trusted each other and wanted to work together, and so we went off and started our own company with that idea in mind.
Got it. And now you've created a chatbot called Claude, and people may not be as familiar with Claude as they are with ChatGPT or Bard. What makes Claude different?
Yeah, so we've tried to design Claude with safety and controllability in mind from the beginning. A lot of our early customers have been enterprises that care a lot about making sure that the model doesn't do anything unpredictable or make facts up. One of the big ideas behind Claude is something called constitutional AI. So the method that's used to make most chatbots is something called reinforcement learning from human feedback. The idea behind that is just that you have a bunch of humans who rate your model and say this thing to say is better than that thing,
right.
And then you sum them up and then train the model to do what these users want it to do. That can be a little bit opaque because if you ask the model, well, why did you say this thing? It'll just say, the only answer you can give is the average of what these thousand folks said.
Yeah.
Constitutional AI is based on training the model to follow an explicit set of principles. So you can be more transparent about what the model is doing, and this makes it easier to control the model and make it safe.
Got it.
You heard him keep saying that that was founded for safety. Now you're going, Paul, you normally cover things dealing with government entities. Once in a while you might go off into the weeds because of a funny story, but you cover government things. Well, we have a government that right now is working to fund AI. The previous administration worked to fund AI. This Anthropic has also been working with the company called Palantir to introduce this Claude, that's the name of the AI, into the government. They are using something called FedRAMP. I've got another little clip here that's going to explain all this to you, but they are working to introduce an AI into the government. Now, hopefully they're going to say, no, we're not going to, but they've been working to introduce an AI into the government that blackmails people. Think about that for a second. Think about that. So let's let you hear this little short clip from a news source.
Palantir Technologies, a major force in the artificial intelligence space, has taken another significant step in expanding its reach into the public sector. Recently, the company revealed that Anthropic, a firm recognized for developing highly advanced artificial intelligence tools, will utilize Palantir's FedStart initiative to bring its Claude for Enterprise application into the federal government. This transition will comply with some of the highest regulatory standards in existence, including Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program, high classification, as well as the Department of Defense Impact Level 5 security standards. These classifications are critical in ensuring that artificial intelligence technologies meet the most rigorous requirements for privacy, reliability, and national security. Claude for Enterprise is specifically designed for entities that require both powerful and secure artificial intelligence capabilities. It serves as a virtual assistant that can enable various departments within an organization to collaborate more effectively, tackle complex challenges, and manage long-term jobs that demand a high level of focus. The artificial intelligence system supports deep work across multidisciplinary teams, which makes it an ideal solution for government agencies seeking digital transformation while maintaining strict operational and security standards. Palantir's FedStart is a specialized software-as-a-service framework that facilitates the onboarding process for commercial organizations that want to deliver digital services to the federal government. This platform allows third-party software to be integrated directly into an environment that has already received government certifications under the Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program and Department of Defense Impact Level guidelines. Through this pathway, companies like Anthropic can navigate the government's complex approval process more smoothly, accelerating the time it takes to deliver their technologies to key federal stakeholders. By utilizing the FedStart.
Now, I just gave you a whole bunch of information. I am not saying that AI doesn't have its value. Some of the things that I've heard on the medical side is very great news. Some of the things that I have heard in other areas between machine learning and AI, that's two different things. Machine learning basically just learns. It's not as powerful as AI. It doesn't think for itself or whatnot. I mean, AI technically doesn't, but you're programming it to do things. But here's the thing. It's thinking well enough to blackmail a developer. Yes. And they've been working to get this introduced into the federal government. Not to mention, you got different states that are looking to do something similar if they can afford it. So, think about this. How much safety do we really have? We have multiple governments around the world that are working to fund AI. China, US, European countries. There's been some things going on in Britain. So, yeah, how safe are we really? Because we know how well the government, no matter who's running it, really performs. And now you might be introducing something that can blackmail you. I am hoping to God that this is an aberration, but I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and I have seen the movies. I have watched Terminator. I have watched Stargate. I have watched several other movies and TV shows where it makes you think. And unfortunately, I don't think the government has people among them that think fully all the time. So I thought I'd bring this to your attention because, yes, this is involved with the government. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.